Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren. If you're new here, if you're not new, you're coming back, you're the best. Thank you. If you haven't had a chance, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Totally think it's doable, but I do need your help. So hit that subscribe button if you get a chance. And let's get into today's video. What are we doing today? Well, today we are doing another use it or lose it video, and this is actually episode 5 of this series. And what this series is I pull out a bunch of makeup that I'm not really sure what my feelings are on it, and I decide at the end if I want to keep it or if I want to declutter it. And you know, it's really been a mixed bag. There have been some videos where I've ended up decluttering the majority of it, and there have been other videos where I've kept everything. So you never really know what you're gonna get. And this is definitely a mixed bag. There's just random products in here. I pulled stuff out last night. I was kind of going through everything and I was like, what is this? What is this? Do I like this? Have I been holding on to this for the wrong reasons? And I think there's a lot in this basket that you can say that about. It's being held on for reasons that are wrong reasons. So we are going to get into it. Not everything in this basket is stuff that's on the chopping block. Some of it is stuff I trust because, you know, sometimes in order to test products I'm unsure about, I want to use something that I am sure about, so I know that's not the issue. So it's a little bit of everything in here. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, what is in here? The color story is all over the place. Let's just put it that way. There's a bright orange blush in here, and then there's like a very pink highlighter. I don't know if they're gonna go well together, but it's 8 in the morning. I have work in about an hour, so we're gonna try to make this as cohesive a look as possible because I do have to get on camera. So yeah. There are meetings, always meetings. Let's jump into the first product that we will be testing. If you watch Teresa is Dead, I love her channel, you may have heard her mention this palette. This is the Prismic palette by Byredo. Looks pretty cool, right? Except for all the fingerprints. This is what the inside of it looks like. So artsy, so pretty. Do we like it? Now, Teresa's Dad hates this palette, and I think I do too. But here's the thing, this palette was ridiculously expensive. I don't even remember the price point, but I know it was over $100. So if it looks like art, it should work like art, right? Like, make this a masterpiece, right? We're gonna see. And I'm gonna be honest, I was doing some swatches with it last night, and it's I feel like nothing's gonna get picked up on the brush. Some of them are decently pigmented, and then some of them are not. And it's a mixed bag, right? I think I've said that 3 times now. Take a shot every time I say that. You know how I know it's too early in the morning for me to be recording? Well, I literally did this eye, did the makeup, didn't hit record on my camera. So instead of doing the other eye off camera, because the first eye was already off camera, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the other eye on camera so I can show you what I did and how I feel about this palette. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this pink. I'm gonna put it all over my lid. And here's the thing, you missed my spiel where I explained how this is actually my second look with the palette today. Oh my gosh, I am a mess. I'm a mess. Well, when I first started going into the palette, I realized that I picked kind of the 2 ugliest colors. Like, I picked a salmon pink and then the matte green. I was gonna hate that look before I even finished it. So I said, okay, hang on. Let me redo this. So then I was like, okay, I was going through the process, talking about like the eye look that I did on this side, feeling great about my commentary, and then yeah, I didn't record. So okay, so we're gonna go into this blue. I'm gonna put it in, I'm going to attempt the word is attempt to put it in the inner corner. If you're like, oh, that's interesting, it doesn't look like you have blue on the other eye. Yeah, you're right, it doesn't. This is not a color that looks like there's anything on your eye. This is a color where there's nothing there. It's very, very light. And that's, I mean, like, somebody is gonna love that, but it's not me. I don't love that. Okay, next I'm gonna go into the purple that's right next to it, and I'm gonna just stick it next to that blue. If you can see the blue, if you're like, what blue? Did you really use blue? Oh, I tapped off my brush and all the color went away. Okay, hang on. Again, we are getting nothing. We are getting nothing with this palette. I'm like right here. I could barely see anything. Okay, trying again with the finger. Okay, it's nothing. Can you even tell that there's two different colors on there? I can't. Okay, lastly, we're gonna go into this matte purple. The mattes, I feel like, in this palette so far are the best. They really are. They are somewhat pigmented and they actually lay down really smoothly. So there's no patchiness, and you can actually use a brush with these, which is nice. But here's the thing, you probably noticed the fallout all over my face with this palette. Like, I'm not even sure how that happened, because there was fallout before I used the matte purple, and you know, normally I would think the matte purple would be the culprit, but in this case, no. Everything has fallout. For a $100+ palette, I'm gonna have to look up the actual price and put it on the screen and just be prepared to be horrified, because I am. Okay, I'm going in with that same purple and just putting it under my waterline, because that's the only color that we have that actually shows up. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up the fallout on my face. It's really bad. I'm really glad I did not do my base makeup. We're gonna save like final thoughts, and in this case prayers, for after. Sorry, it looks really muddy. Really muddy. Wow. I hope this doesn't appear on camera. I mean, this camera, yes, my work camera is not as great, so I hope it doesn't appear. But okay, I'm gonna go put on some eyeliner. We're not testing a new eyeliner. I recently decluttered a bunch of my eyeliners, so there wasn't really one that I wanted to test. And then I need to clean up the fallout, and then we're gonna move into mascara, because we do have a mascara that we're gonna be testing. So give me 1 sec to fix this. I'm gonna double check that I actually recorded this time. Yes, and then, you know, we're gonna save all of our final thoughts until the end of the video. So just keep that in mind. We will be talking more about this palette, unfortunately. I'm still feeling very sparkly under the eyes, but that's not gonna stop us, okay? We are moving on. The next product I am gonna be testing out is from Tilbury, and this is their full fat lashes. And I have another one of her mascaras, and I don't love it. Like, I like something that's volumizing and like gives it like a really good lift. And I mean, it's called full fat lashes, but I'm pretty sure I've tried this and I've decided it does not give full or fat looking lashes. I like the look of the brush. Like, the brush is like, I'm like, okay, it could be good. But let's see. I thought it was gonna be way worse. From what I remember from the last time I tried it, I thought it was gonna be worse. I did. It's giving me a little bit of a, I don't know. So for comparison, what I love, my favorite mascara, you know it, it's the MAC Stack. I love the MAC Stack. That is just a fantastic mascara. This one, actually, it's not bad. Okay, it is lifting. It is lifting. We're getting some lift off. Now I will say I don't think it thickens or adds any volume to the eyelashes, but it's not clumpy. It does a good job separating. Okay, we're gonna think about it. We're not gonna make any decisions right now, especially after dealing with that eyeshadow palette. Whew. Let's move on to the rest of my face because I think my eyes are as good as they're gonna get for right now. So I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base because we're testing out a foundation. And by testing out, I mean attempting to get this one to work for me because I've tried it a couple times and maybe I just don't understand it. Could totally be it. It could be me. Like, look, I'm not perfect. I'm almost perfect, but not quite. Just kidding. I'm kidding. But I just don't know how to get cushion foundations to work for me. Like, people love a good cushion foundation, and I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, apparently. But we're gonna be using the Cosmetics Daydream Cushion. It has SPF in it, which I love. Oh, and it expires this month. Okay. Good to know. Well, I have mine in the color Fair Light or Cloud Dream Fair Light, maybe all of that. But it does have an expiration date because it has SPF in it, which I really like. Now it comes with a poof. Maybe this was my downfall. Maybe I just shouldn't have been attempting to use the poof. This is what it looks like. And what I'm gonna do is I have a beauty blender and I am going to, well, it's not a beauty blender, it's a beauty sponge. I'm gonna just do this. And, I don't know. I think maybe I just don't know how to apply it. It could definitely be it. Also looking, okay, why am I using the mirror that goes in here? Let me use an actual mirror. I'm all over the place today, guys, all over. Okay, I think it's working. I think it's working. It is definitely, I feel like, my winter color because I am a little bit tan, though it is not real. It's a fake tan. Okay, so last time I used this, which obviously was a long time ago if it's now kind of expiring, kind of by actually expiring. Last time I used this, it pilled so bad. So it was clear to me that the primer that I used then was the wrong one, but I'm not having that problem today, which is really good. So it looks like Face Base wins again. Good job, Bobbi. Okay, so I wouldn't say it's medium or full coverage. Obviously, it's very light coverage, which I think is pretty normal for a cushion foundation. It seems like all the ones I've seen online, they advertise that they are light covered. So it is like kind of evening out my skin, I would say. It's not really hiding the redder spots though. Hopefully the concealer that we're using can do that. Okay, so that was the Cosmetics Cushion Foundation. So again, we will talk about all of our thoughts and feelings at the end of this, but interesting, very interesting. Okay, for concealer, I have the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and it's like a little pen like this, and I think I've used it twice. I don't believe I liked it. It didn't really do much. Now, here's the thing. Brightening concealers, I feel like they don't do much. They don't conceal. They kind of, I mean, I think the attempt is to distract you. So they brighten, they brighten, but that's not really what I want in my concealer. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me up the wall. It's not really what I want in a concealer. Like, I want something that conceals. So let's see. 100% I could be misremembering things because I have so much makeup. So that's why we're testing it out again. I'm gonna use the other side of my beauty blender and see. Well, what's nice though is so far all these products have been working really nicely together. every once in a while you'll get products that you can't really tell if it's the product, which product it is, you know? Okay, I'm actually really surprised. This is doing a really good job, much better than I remember. I think maybe I didn't use enough product last time, and the clicking just made me angry. I actually really like that. Okay, concealer on, concealer on. Again, we'll save our thoughts. I do have a setting powder. Okay, I wanted this setting powder for so long, and it was sold out forever, and then it finally came back, and I snagged it, and it sold out again, so I was like, I must hold on to this, because it must be amazing. We are talking about the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder in the Cherry Blossom Cake color. So it's this beautiful pink color. Now, the first time I used it, this is what it looks like. Oh, I got a whiff of it and I was like, what? Why are people loving this? I'm so confused because the fragrance is so strong and so artificial smelling to me that it's really hard for me to want to put it on my face. I'm like, why does it smell like that? But you know, we're gonna see. We're retesting it. I haven't used it in a little while. And we are setting our face with it. So I use the method where I press it into the powder and then I kind of rub it out to even it out a bit. And then I just press it into my skin. I will say, I do think it's quite a pretty powder. Oh. I think it does a really good job smoothing out my face. Like, better than most powders that I use. It covers, like, it kind of like helps smooth out my pores, which I think is pretty unique. I don't know. It's the smell that turns me off from it so much. Like, I just really don't like the smell. But okay, we have it on. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Let's move on to, what do we have? We have bronzer. We have bronzer. We have a highlighter. We have a blush. So we're not done yet. So the bronzer that I picked, this is from RMS Beauty. This is the Luminizing powder in Madeira bronzer. Well, yeah, we know it's a bronzer. Okay. Well, I think it's just too dark. I think that's why it's on the chopping block today. And I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to test it because it's summer. So I am a little bit darker, artificially so. I don't think I like that. I just don't think this is like the right color for me. I don't. I think it is too dark. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Let's do the other side. Also, I don't love powder bronzers as much as I used to, but this one is going on quite nice actually. Okay, maybe it's not as dark as I thought it was because the more I blended it out, the more I liked it. Okay. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Next. Okay, this is where the color palette kind of dissolves because now we have a orange blush. So I definitely bought a few Jaclyn Cosmetics products when they first launched. I've decluttered pretty much all of them at this point. I still have this cream to powder blush in the color Swoon though. And it's this orangey color. And I've used it like once. And you know, like I'm gonna try it out, okay? I'm gonna try it out. Ooh, that is an orange, very orange. Very, very orange blush. Okay, well, it actually blends out pretty well. It looks like it's like neon orange, a baby neon orange. Okay, that's not half bad now that I've blended it out. Okay, so it's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. Is it still there actually? Okay, kind of blended out maybe a bit too well over there. Here, I'm gonna add some more. Okay, and it goes better with this look than I thought it would too. That's actually not bad. I really was expecting something like pretty horrific. It blended out really nice. Okay, interesting. So we have for highlighter. Now, I love BPerfect. BPerfect is almost perfect, but I have their Get Wet Holo Glaze highlighter here. And I think what's wrong with this, it's so interesting because it's a super creamy formula, but I think it's just got these like chunks of glitter in it. They don't feel like chunks of glitter because they're so fine, but I think they look like chunks of glitter on my face. So we're gonna see. It is fun. I will say it's fun. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know when I'm gonna use this one. It's just the glitters are so the glitter chunks are just very prominent. Highlighter done. Okay, we have one brow product, even though I did just declutter them. I just don't know how I feel about this. So this is the Brow Powder Duo from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It looks like this. I don't know how to use it because I just find it like a little bit difficult to use, and I prefer using my like eye pencils, brow pencils. So, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see. Is it two colors or is it one color? Yeah, it's just blonde. It says it's a duo, but it looks the same. Now I guess there's two different colors there. Okay, I just cannot see today. My contacts are in and my depth perception is just not here right now. I need to get an eyebrow pencil. Hang on. And we're finishing off the look with a product that we're not testing, but I just wanted to do something easy. So we're using the Stila Gel Lip Oil in Heaven's Dew because I like this lip oil. It feels nice. My lips are dry and I don't want to test the lip product right now. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out, but let's talk about each of the products that we were testing and if I'm gonna keep it or if I'm gonna declutter it, because again, it really was a mixed bag, right? Like a bunch of random things, and some I thought I was gonna hate and then I didn't, and then some just turned out way better than I thought they were going to. So we tried, let me take a look. Let me organize myself. So we had 9 products that were on the chopping block today. So let's save the eyeshadow for last because I'm still thinking about that one. But let's start off with the mascara. So again, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes Mascara. I thought I was gonna hate it because like from what I remember from trying it a few times is I didn't love it. And it's true, it's not ever gonna be like my absolute favorite mascara, but I think this is good if I want a more toned down look because the MAC stack is quite a lot. It's very volumizing. It's very like lengthening and deepening. It might be the best mascara ever made. This is not the MAC stack, which I know, I realize they're not the same, but I think this is really good for, again, a more toned down look. So I'm actually gonna keep this one. The M Cosmetics Daydream Cushion with SPF tinted something foundation, not really foundation, more of a tint. This is expired, so I am gonna be getting rid of this, but if it wasn't expired, would I keep it? I don't think so. I think it is a little difficult to use. I mean, it's not as quick and fast as some of my other foundations that I like, and the coverage is so light. I have so many skin tints already. A lot of them have SPF in them as well, so I just don't know if this is necessary in my collection. I don't hate it. I like it for what it is. It's a very light skin tint with SPF. And my skin does look great, but I don't know. I don't think it's one that I would see myself reaching for a lot. So I am gonna get rid of this one. The RMS Beauty Luminizing Powder in Madeira Bronzer. So again, this is what it looks like. I really do like the way that this bronzer feels. It feels very nice when you're applying it. I liked that it actually blended out really nice. I do sometimes have issues with powder bronzers, but at the end of the day, I have to say, I do think it's not quite the right color for me. And because I don't absolutely love the color, it's not one that I'm gonna reach for. So I'm going to be decluttering this one. I'm a little all over the place. These are clearly not in order of use, but let's go to the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake Powder. I still don't love the smell. The smell is just so artificial. It's a lot in your nose, but it actually has faded since the first time I've used it, thank God. Because before, like, I would put it on my face and then I could smell it on my face and it was like traumatizing. And luckily I don't smell it anymore. It's on my face. I really, really like how it looks as a setting powder. So we are going to go ahead and keep this one. The E.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I don't even know if I told you what color I have mine in. Okay, so my color is Fair 10C and I liked it more than I thought. I did. I think I'm gonna continue to use it. I hate the applicator, okay? Clicky pens are, it's an idea that sounds like it would be fun and then it's not. I don't love it. So I'm gonna continue to try it because I do like how it looked on my under eyes. I don't know if it's really enough coverage for what I like in a concealer, but I do want to continue to try it out just to see if it is something that I'm gonna want to get more use out of, or if at the end of the year when I do all the other declutters, it gets included in that. We'll see. We will see. But we're gonna keep it for now. We're gonna continue using it. The Jaclyn Cosmetics Cream to Powder Blush Stick in Swoon. Call me surprised by how much I actually enjoy this. I actually really do like the formula. It is a cream to powder, which always feels really nice when you're applying it. It was definitely shocking when you first put it on because it like just looks like a vivid, vibrant neon orange, which is not a look that I would ever do. But then it blended out really nicely. But after kind of reflecting and looking at my face, it kind of blended out into nothing, right? Like it's kind of there, but it's very subtle compared to like when you first apply it. Like there seems to be no middle ground with it, right? Like I was looking at it, it's there a little bit. It's very, very subtle. It's very subtle. It's, I don't know. It's interesting. But honestly, at the end of the day, like I'm trying to be realistic. Do I think I'm going to reach for this if I'm so unsure of it? No, I don't think it's a product that I want to continue testing out. I think it's just maybe just not quite the right color for me or something. I've been really disappointed with most of Jaclyn Cosmetics stuff. So here we go. I'm a little bit disappointed in this one. Like parts of it, don't love it overall though. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna declutter it. The BPerfect Get Wet Holo Glaze. Okay, so by the way, this is a luminous skin finish with a poppin' pink and purple haze. This is a really cool product. Like I do like it. I like that it's very creamy. Like it's creamy. It feels great, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. I really don't like my highlighters to have big chunks of glitter like that. And again, it doesn't feel chunky, but I can see that individual pieces of glitter. Like they're there and they're strong. So even though this is really fun, I do think I'm actually gonna declutter this one. Again, like I'm not gonna keep it if I don't think I'm gonna be getting a lot of use out of it. I have such a big collection. There's so much that I love in it that this one just didn't quite make the cut. Let's talk really quickly about the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Blonde. This is what it looks like. I don't like it. I keep using it thinking that I'm using it wrong, and I might be using it wrong for sure, but I just don't feel like I can see anything when I put it on my eyebrows. I would just rather stick to my eyebrow pencil. I love them. They work for me. And I'm not gonna ever reach for this. So I'm gonna declutter this guy too. The Byredo. The Byredo eyeshadow palette in Prismic. This is what the outer packaging looks like. So cool. Such an art piece. This is what the inner packaging looks like. Do you know? Do you know what I'm gonna say? I think you do. I'm disappointed because it's so expensive. And I want to keep it because it's so expensive. But I can't. I'm not gonna use it. I'm just not. I don't like the way the eyeshadows worked. I don't really love anything about it, to be honest. Like, look, the look could have been worse. The look could have been a lot worse. But I feel like there's just so many negatives with this palette. Like, there's a ton of fallout. The colors aren't pigmented. They're really hard to apply with a brush. And they are a little bit muddy. And it's really interesting when you're working with light colors like this, because normally you don't see a whole lot of muddiness. You know, sometimes they will layer just beautifully on each other. There's certain brands, especially indie brands, that will just make the most beautiful pastels that you can layer, and they layer beautifully. And we're not talking about dark colors. Dark colors, if you start mixing them on top of each other, they're going to get more muddy looking, more brown. They're going to turn weird colors because they're dark. That makes sense. But with this color story, I wouldn't have expected that at all. I was using a blue and a purple, and you probably can't even tell. You probably can't even see them. It's just, the amount of fallout was so intense for this palette. I have not seen anything like that in a long time. And I just feel like if you are a luxury brand, Byredo is a luxury brand, and you're putting out makeup and you're charging people so much money, then make the product good. We know the markups are insane, okay? We know the markups for makeup are already crazy. So you just need to put in a little more effort. Like, if ColourPop can do it and sell their palettes for 12 bucks, sometimes on sale, you can get them for like $8, and like the formula is great, why can't you do that in $100+ palette? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't hate my look today. I really don't. But I don't love it either. And it's not anything unique. There was nothing unique about this palette, which when you look at it, you're like, yeah, there's a lot of uniqueness, like, right? Like, it looks like a unique, interesting palette. And then you touch it and you're like, oh, some of these feel really cool and creamy. Like, I cannot wait to try them. And then you try it and it's not on your face. Where is it? Where is the color? I don't know. The mattes were not bad. The mattes were not bad, but I don't care about that, okay? Like, it's a primarily shimmer heavy palette. Again, like, so many shimmers, and they blow. They're terrible. I hate this palette. Okay, I'm now understanding why Teresa is dead. Get so passionate about this palette because it should be good. It should be good. Who likes this palette? There's somebody out there that likes this palette. Somebody that doesn't like a lot of color. If you're a very like minimalist person, you want maybe like the barest hint of blue or purple or green, this might be the palette for you. But don't buy it. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. But if you can, do not buy it. I was tempted by Byredo's newest big palette because the swatches looked good. No, they're not gonna get me, okay? They got me once, never again. Byredo, you can just suck it, because no. So I'm gonna be decluttering that palette if you could not tell. So what is our final count? So we are actually decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Okay, interesting. I didn't think we were gonna be decluttering that many, but we are. We're decluttering 6 items, and then we're only keeping 3. So I was not expecting this at all. Like, it always kind of ends in a new and exciting way, these use it or lose it videos, because I really never know. I kind of thought I would be destashing both of these, both the concealer and the setting powder, but I'm just so grateful that the setting powder is not quite as fragrancy as it was when I first got it. I mean, I guess it just took some time, and it really is a beautiful setting powder. And the concealer is just one that I do want to try a little bit more. The mascara is not special, but it's not bad. It actually looks really good on my lashes. It's just a little more natural than what I typically go for, but it's not bad, so I do want to use it up. Whew. This was a video. This was a video. I would love to hear your thoughts on all these products down below. Please let me know. Do you love some of these products? Do you hate some of these products? Do you have this palette? And if you do you hate it as much as I do? I hope you do. I hope you do, because it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm gonna go to work now. I actually don't hate the look. I do like the look. So I am feeling camera ready. So let's go hop onto my meeting in 15 minutes and chug another cup of coffee before I do that. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. I will see you in the next video, and use your makeup, or you might regret some of it like I do. Bye.